until the end of this exam. Listen and catch keywords. So now I didn't say listen to everything. Listen to the keywords and catch up the answer. For example, talking about university and talking about how many classes or how many rooms in that schools. So you have to focus on the number of the classes in that school. So talking 5 minutes, try to get the gist of that listening question. So now read, underline the key, read, draw the characters, underline the keywords, then try to catch up the answer. That's why some students, unfortunately, they don't read the questions. You have 7 questions in listening 1, 7 questions. So those 7 questions, try to read them all, underline the keywords, and you have also some options for each question. Try to read the options as well, because these kind of options will help you from time to time. Anyway, this is about listening 1. So my advice to you guys, on listening 1, try to draw the characters and it will work. I'm sure it will work. Use your pencil above the question. So don't do it like this, similar to me. Try to do it above the question with your pencil like this. This is character 1 and this is character 2. This is a student and this is officer. Try to imagine the conversation. Let's move to listening 2. This is listening 2. In listening 2, I didn't bring the 2 parts because the first part is highly recommended to be explained here, but the second part is multiple choice questions similar to listening 1. So why do I bring part 1 of listening 2? Because this part is special in the exam paper. What special? Because part 1 of listening 2 will focus on WH question. WH question. So WH questions means the examiner or designer of this exam asking you to bring 4 words answer, not that maximum. So 4 words answer, and it's written here, not more than 4 words for the answering. So WH question, if we focus on WH question, guys, WH questions can help you to get the answers. How? Because each WH questions in the language means something. For example, if the question starts with when, means the answer time, yes, or year. If the question starts with who, means the answer maybe name of someone, of course. If the question starts with where, so it means the answer is place. Very good. If the question is what, it means more information or things, asking about something, If the question is using which means also something and more specific. Why? For the reasons. I'm sure that some students and most of our Omani students are having this idea about using WH questions. So when, who, where, what, which, and why they are more commonly to be used in English language final exam. So let's go back to the questions that we have. We have which country did his grandfather tour. So which means which country means specific information. Specific information. When you listen, try to find the name of the country. So the answer should be the name of the country. All right. When did his grandfather die? So when, asking about the year of his father die. So asking about the year. Who gave him money to buy a new bike? Who? Asking about the name of the person or the relationship of that person. Who gave him? His friend Ahmed, Ali. So asking about a person. Why didn't his friend join him on his tour to Norway? So reason, السبب. All right. So these are the use of WH questions. So some students, they know the uses, استخدامات, but unfortunately they don't link it to the answer. So we do have to link the WH questions with the answer that we are looking for. That's why I'm saying it again and again. You don't have to listen to everything. Listen to the right answer. For example, let's go to number 8. Which country did his grandfather tour? So when you hear in the listening grandfather going somewhere and tour to somewhere, try to elicit which country. Maybe he will mention 2 or 3 countries, but more he will insist, يؤكد, to a specific country. And and it's not more than one country. It's only one country. Why? We can know from the singular use of country. So not countries, country. So one country, one name of the country. I hope I made it clear here how to answer the questions of listening part. Also, one more thing, more important. Now, some students are asking, what if we have some spelling mistakes in listening too? So, for example, the student is writing like, for example, the name of the country is Oman, like this. Some students, they might misspell Oman to something like this one, Oman. So in listening questions, only listening question, when you answer, when you have a short answers given with a spelling mistake, which is very near to the answer, we can count it correct. Listen to me. When you have misspelled the word, so for example, this is Oman, I can know that this is Oman, but it's misspelled, spelling mistake. But of course, we can consider as correct because this is Oman and this is Oman. So do you understand? So spelling mistake and very near to the answer, we can accept it as correct. But if the student said Oman and he wrote it like this, for example, like this, it's not, there is no relation between UK and Oman, so the answer is wrong. So this is, I would like to make it clear, not any spelling mistake, but the spelling mistake which is very near to the answer. This is about listening question, and as I said again and again, I hope I made it clear to you guys, and I wish if you can catch the 15 marks in the listening question. I'm not sure if we do have some questions or inquiries till now, but we will carry on with vocabulary question. This semester you will have vocabulary, grammar, and vocabulary, grammar in one question. So vocabulary question. Now most of the students' questions nowadays, they are asking what kind of vocabularies they are going to be in final exam. How many vocabs will be in final exam? What shall we study before the final exam? We can say again and again, all the new and all the theme words or the new words in the box are possibly to be in the final exam. We don't name, we don't assign specific words to be in the final exam. So all the words that we have studied at the beginning of the theme, end of the theme, within the theme vocabulary unit are possibly to be in final exam. But nowadays the exam a bit easy. You don't have to write the vocabs. You only try to choose. So now is getting the marks much easier to you. So if we go to the vocabulary now, look to the steps that I made to you. The tips, sorry, not the steps, but the tips. So read the text first. Then check the options. In this case, read the sentence or read the statement. Check the options. Very highly important to check the options, الخيارات. Then cross out. What does it mean cross out? Cross out unsuitable option. So crossing out the options will help you to surround the answer. So let's go to the question number 1 of vocab and see if this strategy is going to work or not. Question 1. Working in the company or in this company, sorry, is very dash. You are paid a high salary and you get bonus every year. Let's go down to the options. We have boring, this is boring, exhausting, rewarding, and tiring. Look to the options here. Boring has negative message. Exhausting also negative message. Rewarding positive message because rewarding you كافئ. Then tiring also negative message. So the two words that I have to cross, I'm going to cross all of them. Boring and tiring are negative message, so I cross them. So I still have exhausting and rewarding. So two answers to choose. Which one is going to be the most suitable answer? أكثر منها, the most suitable answer. So if you say I'm exhausted, so it means negative message as well. So some students will say, how can I know the meaning in the exam? This is a very late question to be answered, my friend. Exhausting, you have to know it before exam, not in the exam, but from the 4 options, if you know 2 words, the meanings of 2 words will be helpful. So now you have 50%. 50% correct, 50% incorrect. So the correct answer is rewarding. Why I said it? Read the sentence. The sentence has a positive message, so the answer should be positive as well. So each sentence it means a special case. So for each sentence we can deal with it. Let's go to this second one. For example, I heard you have changed your dash from medicine to engineering. So look, I heard you have changed your what? From medicine to engineering. The students who knows these meanings, he will know that medicine to engineering means maybe he is a university student. He changed his major from medicine to engineering. But let's go to the options. Campaign, conference, major, style. So two words should be crossed out here first. Which word you will cross? Some students, oh, campaign. What does it mean, campaign? Oh, campaign. I know campaign. This is advertisement campaign or whatever. So I will cross it. I think this is not the correct answer. Conference. I know conference, that it's a meeting. So there is no relationship between a meeting and medicine and engineering. So I still have major and style. Oh, so the answer now is really near to say that the answer is major. The answer is major. So this is two examples given to you guys as a model. How can we answer vocab questions again and again? Read the sentence, check the options. Read the sentence, check the options. Where are the options? الخيارات. You have 4 options. Then when you check the options, cross out. احذف 2 answers, at least 2 answers, and suitable option. I hope I made it clear. If we go to number 3, 4, even though if we have time, end of the session, we'll go through it and try to answer. Now we have explained how to answer a listening question. We move to how to answer vocab questions, and now grammar question. Look, I know that students are happy because they don't have to write anything. What you have to do is just choosing the correct answer. So piece of cake, brothers, piece of cake. Feel free tomorrow to answer your questions happily and nicely. So grammar, one more step is added here. So in grammar questions, we do have these steps. We will read the text, we'll check the options, then check the tense of the sentence, زمن الجملة. So we have to know whether present or past. If it is present, also we know that present has a present simple, present continuous, present perfect. And if it is past, we know that we do have past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. And don't forget that we have perfect continuous, whether present or the past. And also don't forget that we have active forms and passive forms. Now I've summarized the tenses to you within 30 seconds. After checking the sentence tense, go and recall the grammar rules. Grammar rules are really, what do I mean by grammar rules? Grammar rules, the grammar rules that you have studied in semester 1 and the second semester. How many grammar rules? 8. And if you remember them, of course, you are going to study for final exam, past simple, if conditional, used to, gerund, reported speech, and lots. We will go through them, inshallah, if we do have time as well. So let's read the text. Speaker A and speaker B. So two conversation. Speaker A, excuse me. We have 2 options here, has and have. You been to the bookshop recently. So now we have to choose whether has or have. This is also a good news because the students, even if you don't know the answer, you have 50% chance to get it correctly. Anyway, has or have you been to the bookshop recently? So we have to decide the answer. Can we say has you or have you? If you don't know, you have to recall the memory. Has, go with singular. Go with he, she, and it. While have, go with plural, like you, I, they, and we. So now you, a part of plural one. So the correct answer will be have. of course, you will shade the bubble in the exam to scan it. Speaker B, why and how, or how, sorry, is there anything new? Look to the question mark here. So it's only one W. How, or sorry, why, how, is there anything new? So now you have to think, which WH question is more suitable here? Why, asking about the reason. How, asking about things to give. Is there anything new? Why? Is there anything new? So this is the more possible questions. Oh yes, the latest book in Oman has just arrived and I know you want to get it. So give him the reason. So have you been to bookshop? Now you give him the reason. You ask him why, he gave the reason with that. And also speaker B, then A, then B. So what I would like to mention here, whether grammar rules, try to focus in the tense of the sentence, whether it's present or past. If it is a present, try to check present simple, past simple, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, then present perfect continuous or past perfect continuous, and make sure to know things about active and passive within the final exam. Also in grammar rules, the final exam sometimes they bring something regarding preposition, حروف الجر, preposition. So try to be careful. In, on, at. Sometimes they bring to plus verb. So to plus the verb infinitive, فعل مجرد. No additional letters added to the verb. This is so far so that we can give within a grade. So we've reached grammar questions. I'm not sure if we, Ms. Faiza, if we have some questions or inquiries from Twitter. There is a question, so yes. It's better to get the question as well.
Okay. From workbook, second semester, page 86.
Yeah. What is the question? Is it written? The question, is it written?
في قواعد النحو grammar.
Okay. All right. So page 86. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me check the book.
الثاني.
Yeah. Course book. You said course book page
86 grammar.
86. Workbook or course book?
Workbook.
Workbook. Okay. Workbook. Page 86. Okay. Oh, it's too far. What's your question? It's not written, yeah? Which number? It's not written which number, but let me check which theme, but I can explain it the whole rule, but it's too far, 86. Yeah, the one who asked should give us the grammar rule to save time as well. So 86, here we are. Yeah, so 86, we are very near to 86. Oh my God. So 86, yeah, 86 is an explanation. So if we can see, this is an explanation here of
الاقتران. سؤال قواعد النحو عن الاقتران اللي هو
yeah.
Conjunction.
It's conjunctions.
Yes.
Conjunctions, yes. I'm going to explain it right now. So it's already clear here, but let us see it if it's already in the screen. So yeah, yes. So this is the grammar reference. So the student is asking about grammar reference. Now, the good thing about the workbook that we do have a explanation of each grammar rule. Look to the theme 2, work and career. The grammar rule was modal verbs. And the students should know what are the modal verbs. The modal verbs are lots, by the way. So we can summarize. We have will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, need to, have to, ought to. These are all modal verbs. Since the student is asking about the conjunctions here directly, the conjunctions are linking the words or phrases with joint parts of two sentences together. There are 7 main types of conjunction. We have addition, reason, result, similarity, contrast, time, and example. Now, these are helpful in writing, guys. These are more helpful in writing. Okay, so in addition فيما تقدم or we can say additional information معلومات إضافية. So we can say and, we can say also, in addition, moreover, furthermore. When can we use addition to add additional information? For example, I went to Muscat yesterday and I visited my friend. So now, how many sentences here? Sentence number 1. To bring sentence number 2, I've added what? And. Okay? When do we use also to add also more things? For example, the main reason of COVID-19 is people are not following the social distancing instructions. Full stop. Also, there is another reason. So also, وأيضا. So we can say, so additional information. This is also very good questions, by the way, because it's really helpful in writing questions. Later on, I have a very nice slide about how to write a cohesive paragraph, how to make a good paragraph using this kind of contrast, مقارنة. We can use it in, for example, when we compare one with something else, مقارنة between two. But however, on the other hand, in contrast. So, for example, I went to Muscat, but I didn't visit my friend. So, but, so contrast. Using but with positive sentence and negative sentence, and you have to know. However, as well, we have, so for example, however, we do have lots of precautionaries advices and precautionaries advertisement, but still people are not following the rules. So, however, مقارنة, reason, سبب, we can use because, we do have time, first, secondly, thirdly, next, then, and finally, you can use it in the paragraph as well. In the first paragraph, which is evaluated, I'm going to explain it later on. The result, نتيجة, as well, we have therefore, as consequently as a result. So when you give a نتيجة, so as a result of the above mentioned thing, so as a result of this, we got this. So do you understand? كنتيجة is something we get. So this is a very good thing. Example, when you give example, you don't have to say for example, and you repeat it. You can use for instance. This is a wonderful thing. So the first thing you can say for example, then the second or the third sentence use for instance. They are both are having the same meaning. So على سبيل المثال. And the last, not the least, in the same way, similarity, likewise. This is a very nice as well option to be both in your paragraph. Likewise, similarity, when you bring things similar to each other. Again and again, this is a very good question to be mentioned here. It's in the grammar part, but of course, I, as a teacher, I recommend it for writing writing questions. So try to practice. So this is writing questions. Try to practice writing and try to use these kind of words. So these are the words which can be used in the writing, and this is the why do we use them. This is, I hope I've answered the questions of the students, and we'll go back directly to our slides.
في سؤال ثاني استاذ.
Yes.
نكمل الاسئله على اساس انه تجينا الحين الاسئله بشكل مستمر.
Yeah.
مارينا present perfect and present perfect continue.
Yeah, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Yes, let's see. Look, these are the grammar rules for the first semester. So Marina is asking a question about one grammar rule, which is present perfect and present perfect continuous. By the way, most of the students are confused when they say present perfect and present perfect continuous. Present perfect is the original original tense in English. So when we say present perfect continuous, it means we are adding ing to the verb. Great. So this is the rule. Now I'm going to explain the rule. I do have a space here as well. So present perfect. What does mean present perfect? Present perfect. Present perfect means something happened in the past and has a result now. So action happened in the past and has a result now. So look, action happened in the past but has a result now. This is the timeline. This is the timeline. And this is the for now. Past and future. The action happened here but has a result right now. I'm going to explain it with an example later on. So the structure of present perfect, the structure itself, subject has for singular, if the subject is singular, have if the subject is plural, plus the verb past participle, or I can say verb 3. Verb 3 means the verb, the third form of the verb, which is past participle, plus object. This is the present perfect. This is the present perfect. Now, if we would like to compare between present perfect and present perfect continuous, we are gonna compare with that one right now. So this is 1 and this is 2. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous means something happened in the past. It's not only having a result, it's still continuing and affecting the future. Okay, so something happened in the past and still continuing and affecting the future. What is the structure of present perfect continuous? Subject, the same thing, but has and have the same explanation. Has for singular form, have for plural form, has or have. Then we will add being to the sentence, being. Then the verb. So look, if we add has and have to the sentence, it means the verb after has and have should be verb 3. That's why we put being. That's why we put being. And being itself, where did we bring it from? Being itself, the verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3. Verb 1 is and are. Verb 2 was and were. Verb 3 is being. So look, has and have, then verb 3 of verb to be being. Since we have is and are or being, the verb after verb to be, it should be, it must be, not it should be, it must be verb ing. So subject, has and have, being plus verb ing plus object, plus object, plus object. Now, let's get to the examples. Let's get to the examples. Now, we do have example of present verb. For example, Ali has played football with his friends in the university. Look what happened. Now you saw Ali came to the university, but he can't walk, strongly to walk. He has some difficulties to walk. ما قادر يمشي علي. You ask about the reason. So he played with his friends in the bus, but the result now, كنتيجة, he can't walk. Something bad happened to him. Maybe someone slighted, and we don't know what's going behind that thing. So Ali has played in the bus here. Ali played here, the football. But the result now, we can see that Ali can't walk or strongly to walk. He needs someone to help him walking to the classes in the university. So now, let's imagine Ali played yesterday, but the result now he can't walk. This is present perfect. Something happened in the past, has a result now. I hope I made it clear with the present perfect. Present perfect continuous. As we said, something happened in the past. Now, something happened here, but still affecting the future. For example, we can say, for example, the same Ali. The same Ali. Let's have Ali today, our hero. Ali has a house, a new house, but he didn't paint it. But he started painting here, the paint. Now, from 1 year, and Ali is still painting. So you saw it before 1 year, Ali was painting and still painting till now. But he can't, even though he can't accommodate even himself inside, he can't live in it. So you can say Ali has been painting his house all the year. على مدار العام. Ali he doesn't know, for example, which color to choose. Sometimes he painted, sometimes he brought yellow, sometimes red, whatever thing. Sorry about the colors, but anyway, this is just an example. Ali has been painting his house all the year. على مدار العام, and he is still bringing workers to paint. Now, what is special about present perfect continuous? That's more special that we do have phrases go with the present perfect continuous. The phrases like all the year, all the day, all the week, all the night. So whatever all with the time, we can see or we can say that this is present perfect continuous. For example, the one who asked the question about present perfect and present perfect continuous, if her result, for example, her result is really high, she can say about herself that I have studied very hard. درست بشكل جيد. Why? Because النتيجة, the result is really high at the present perfect continuous. But if we would like to make the same sentence present perfect continuous, we can say, for example, her friend saw her very tired. She will say about herself, I have been studying all the night. على طول الليل I was studying. So I have been studying all the night. So that's all about present perfect and present perfect continuous. And I hope I've added something to your knowledge. Yes, Miss Faiza.
في سؤال آخر أيضا. Can you explain the main and important points in the narrative writing?
What's that? Narrative writing. Yeah. Oh, narrative writing. Yeah. I'm going through that. Is there any other questions, Miss Faiza? Just one question. Because look what I've prepared for you. So if we can delay that questions, I'm gonna go through reading, then I'm gonna go through writing questions, and I've prepared a very nice slide to them. Let's go to the reading questions in the slide, and I'm sure I promise to answer narrative paragraph, because I would like to focus more on writing questions end of this session. Reading questions. So reading questions this semester, you will have 2 reading questions. And all of them, guys, are multiple choices questions. The first one, true, false. The second one, multiple choices questions. I can say that the first reading is a gift question for you. 7 questions, 7 marks. I don't want any student to miss a mark in that questions. You can see we have 7 statements, 7 marks. I've wrote only 3 examples here. What do you have to do? The steps or the advices for you: read the statement, underline the keywords, read the text around the answer. Now, when you read the statement, underline the keywords where? This is the statement, guys. This is, the statement. سؤال or الجملة. Then underline the keywords. For example, Majid posted all the photos of Jabal Shams on social media. So I can say photos of Jabal Shams on social media. So photos of Jabal Shams on social media. These are the keywords. Read the text. Now we will read the text. We'll go for the keywords and give the answers. Then surround the answer. نحيط بالإجابة. Surround the answer. So Majid posted the photos of Jabal Shams on social. Let's go to the text, guys. Majid got the chance to visit Jabal Shams and hike some of the trail. It was a perfect outdoor experience for him. He took lots of photos. Now the answer is very near. قريبة. الإجابة is very near here. During his visit, and he posted a few of them on social media. Now this is the question. A few or all of them? Here it's written all. The text has a few. So the answer directly without any thinking is false. So look, sometimes within a word you can discover whether this statement is correct or not. The same thing, go to task 2, to the second text. First read this one, then the text, then get the answers, okay? As I said, give the question to you, read the statement, read the questions. This is the long reading, 300, maybe 350 words. But no matter, since you have time management, you can do it. I don't want you to read the text first, please. What do you have to do first? You have to go to the questions. Look, read the questions first, number 1. Number 2, underline the keywords in the questions. Number 3, read the text. So number 3, you go back to the text. Number 4 as well, surround the answer. I do like the word surround the answer. Means like an army technique, planning to catch someone or whatever, surround the answer. Now, let's go to the steps. Now, I'm not gonna read this one. I'm not gonna read the text. I'm gonna go directly to the questions. Number 8, the writer dash Japanese culture and tradition. The writer what? Complains, dislikes, or loves. So now put in your mind. So the Japanese writer complains, dislike, or loves. So this is not a secret and not a must. Sometimes the first question, the answer of first question, you might have it in the first paragraph. Please underline the modal verb might. Not a must, not a secret. But most of the time, answer of question 1 and question 2, you will find it in paragraph 1. Maybe the question 2, you might find it in second paragraph, but question 1, you will find it in paragraph 1. So the writer, Japanese culture. Let's go to the first paragraph. This is the paragraph. When I was offered a teaching job in Tokyo, Japan, I happily accept all. It was a great opportunity. Oh, a very good message here. Great opportunity for me to accept living abroad. 6 years have passed since I came to Japan. Not been disappointed. I haven't been disappointed. So it means ما كان محبط, متملل, whatever. I have developed great reflection. Japan's culture has strict rules about. So the answer is clear right now, guys. The answer is clear. So it's not complain, يشتكي, dislike, he doesn't lie. So the answer is very clear that he loves Japanese culture. So look, now we've answered the question without reading the whole thing. We get the answer. Now go to question 9. Read and then answer. So read the question and then answer. For example, in Japan, taking a nap during a work. What does it mean, a nap? A short time of sleep. Working is a sign of being what? So this is ishara. If you sleep at your work, this is what? Hardworking, lazy, or powerful. Let's read. Maybe second paragraph might mention something about that. Look, one work practice. So ممارسة في العمل. So here we are. So since he said one work practice, so we are very near to the answer. Is what known as mori, if I pronounce it correct in Japanese, and means taking a nap during a work. In most Western countries, sleeping. So in most Western الحضارات الأجنبية or الثقافات الغربية, sleeping on the job, get fried, napping in the office is both common and culturally accepted. In fact, the Japanese business values people who take power naps. It's seen not a sign of laziness. Not. He said not a sign. So ليست كسلا, but hard work and commitment. Hard work and commitment. So we can say the answer is hard working. The answer is hard working, because some students will say, oh, it's lazy. It's written lazy, but he said not saying it's lazy. He said not a sign or ishara. It's not being laziness. By the way, these are the grammar rules I've prepared. I'm ready for all the grammar rules as well today, and we'll go to the writing questions. I'm really sorry to make it a bit late, but how can I write a good paragraph and get high marks? Now, how can we have a powerful paragraph? There are really some tiny tips that we can follow and will help us to write a good paragraph. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. How many paragraphs, guys? How many paragraphs will be in the final exam? 2 paragraphs. Yes, 2 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs. What are they? 2 paragraphs. One will be evaluative. We call it evaluative. And some students, they don't know what is evaluative, but we can say it's agree and disagree. And the second paragraph is narrative. Also, the same question will be asked, what is narrative? We can say it's an easy meaning for it, or to write a story, to write a story. So 2 paragraphs. One is evaluative, which is agree, disagree, and the second one is narrative, which is a story. I'm really sorry to say that paragraph, agree, disagree paragraph, but it's really easy to convey the message to the students. What I've remembered that we've explained lots about how to make a cohesive paragraph, and we mentioned that each paragraph should focus on 3 main things. What are they? Even paragraph or essay. Some students say, teacher, this is only paragraph. We don't have to follow introduction, body, conclude. But of course, we have to organize our paragraph as well. So let's make, if you would like to make a cohesive paragraph or a cohesion paragraph, you do have to have sentences connect to each other. So now before we start to introduction, body and conclusion, cohesive means, look, if you are writing a sentence, the second sentence should belong to the first sentence, please. So don't say, well, for example, smoking is really dangerous in the life. Okay, this is the first sentence. The second sentence you say, also car accidents can kill people. So now you are talking about smoking is very dangerous. Try to explain things about smoking. Don't bring cars to smoking. You can write about cars later on the second paragraph, but since you are talking about smoking, try to continue writing about smoking. This is cohesive. We call it in English cohesive. And here you can add also and, however, for moreover, furthermore, in addition, here is the best place to write these kind of conjunctions. All right? So what does it mean, cohesive paragraph? I can say sentences strongly connected to each other and make a powerful paragraph. As we said, smoking is one of the dangerous habit in within, or we can say a dangerous habit nowadays. Okay, dangerous habit. Now the second sentence should explain why do you think this is dangerous. So if a student say, for example, smoking is one of the dangerous habits nowadays, and he said, for example, I don't like smoking. Now, what is the connectedness? ما هي الصلة between the second sentence and the first sentence? There is no connect. You are saying that smoking is dangerous, brother, but don't mention things very far from the first sentence. The first sentence, so this is a wrong sentence, not a wrong grammatically, but wrong in its position. Smoking is one of the dangerous habits nowadays. So we can say, look, teens or teens are more likely to follow this way. مراهقين, for example. So now we are explaining more. And come to the second, also the third sentence. Also, you can say also. Add more information. You can now say, for example, and write your sentence. You can say moreover, and add example. Now the whole paragraph will talk about smoking. We'll talk about the dangerous situations that smokers have when they smoke. So smoking is one dangerous habit, more likely follow this way. Also, moreover, you can say also because, other reason, however. Now I said the sentences are connecting to each other. Now let's go to the paragraphs that we have. Let's start with the question. The questions ask about the story. Narrative paragraph, we can say this is a story. You will write a story. The first thing we have to agree, while you are writing this paragraph, you have to put all the body, not the introduction. The whole body will be in the past tense, زمن الماضي, because you are narrating the story. تروى قصة, something happened in the past. So the first thing, each verb in the present, change it to the past. This is while you are telling the story. Different from the introduction. Introduction is something general, بشكل عام, so we can use the present. So writing narrative paragraph. Now, let me explain. What shall we write in the introduction? This is ready-made introduction. You can use it tomorrow in the final exam, but don't stick to it. Of course, you can bring your own, depends on the question that you have, but I'm just helping you how to can we write an introduction. I'm gonna bring a very simple introduction in my mind. I haven't prepared for it, but we will do it right now in front of you. So introduction. Before we start the story, we have to introduce our paragraph. There is no paragraph without introduction, even a sentence before we write the story. So we can say in the introduction, we can say, if I'm gonna, let me just have it more smaller, but let's go, for example, the life, yes, all the time we are using our life. Yeah, the life is full of actions and unforgettable moments. أحداث لا تنسى. Yeah. So the life is full of actions and unforgettable moments. Now, after this sentence, you have two options: whether to narrate this, whether to mention the story, or to write more as well. I'm going to write more here. The life is full of actions and unforgettable moments. These stories can affect our life as well. So we can say most of these stories have an impact on us. Most of these stories, هذه القصص تؤثر علينا. So most of these stories have an impact on us. I've brought two sentences in the introduction. You can use it in the final exam or whatever. This is a very simple introduction. Of course, as I can say, as I said again and again, you can use your own introduction. But this is really, we can say this is a tip to you to help you to write introduction. Now, if I can use blue, now here you can say I'm going to write about. Here you put the story title. I'm going to write about. All right. So here you put your topic. How many sentences in the introduction now? 3. I've attracted the attention by hook sentence. The life is full of actions. Then I gave something about stories. Most of these stories have an impact on us. تأثير علينا. I'm going to write about, or in this paragraph I will write about. You can say that. So in this paragraph I will write about, or I'm going to write about. So we finish introduction. Let's go to the body. The body is more important to write your stories in the body. Let's get back to our pen. Is red maybe. So one day, start your story with one day. في يوم من الأيام. One day. Now, after one day, try to tell us the characters of the story, الشخصيات, and the setting. Where did the story happen? So characters and what? And the place. And if you can mention when did it happen. So I can say here past, characters, شخصيات, characters, what else? Place or time. So one day, for example, you can say I was with my family, or one day we were driving to somewhere with my family. So family, you can say the members of the family. And for example, tell us where did you drive? We were driving to, for example, Salala. So we know the characters, families, and the place, Salala. So one day, write your sentence here, and when you finish the first sentence, try to start then narrating the story. Tell us what happened. You start narrating the story by by using the sequence words, the sequence like first, أولا, what happened in the story. But don't say second, because second, if we have a process, عملية, say first, second, third. Now, first, say then. After that. Okay, later. And the last sentence, write finally. Don't write finally in the conclusion في الخاتمة. Write finally in the body paragraph, because finally means the last action in the story. What happened at the end of the story? Because conclusion, we will need it to say something about the story. So try to be careful. So first, then after that, later, finally. Some student will say, teacher, can we repeat first? No. Can we repeat finally? No. First and finally, we can't repeat them. We can't, please. The only words that you can repeat, then, after that, later. So then, after that, later, you can start as well. Then, later, next. Also, we can use next in the paragraph. So one day I was with my family driving to Salalah. Tell us what happened on your way. You will tell us the story with a very short sentences or complex sentences. The only thing I'm focusing that use past. Use the past. So subject, verb to plus object, please. Or you can use while, where plus verb ing with whatever. In conclusion, you can say last, أخيرا. One sentence, only one sentence in the conclusion, given us advice. For example, you as a writer, you can give advice or a moral, عظة أو عبرة. So last, for example, if an accident happened to you driving to Salalah because of your, for example, father or brother was using his mobile, you can give advice here. Last, we have to be careful while we are driving. This is an advice. So that's all about narrative paragraph. I've made it very simple to you to earn marks, and as you know that this paragraph worth 10 marks. Miss Faiza, I've covered the questions from Twitter narrative. We still have evaluative unless we have some other questions.
في سؤال ثاني بس عندنا، خلينا ناخذ اتصال الحين.
Yeah, okay.
السلام عليكم يا محمد.
وعليكم السلام اختي،
كيف الحال يا محمد؟ شو اخبارك؟
الحمد لله، يعطيكم العافيه.
الله يعافيك. كيف المذاكره معاك؟
الحمد لله، نشكر الله ونحمده.
خلصت ما شاء الله، مستعد حق الامتحان؟
ان شاء الله باذن الله.
ان شاء الله. تعال عندك الاستاذ، تفضل.
Mister, I just want to ask you some simple questions about the body.
Yes, Muhammad, but let me say hi to you first. Hi, Muhammad. Salam alaikum.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good afternoon.
You?
Alhamdulillah, we are well.
Yeah, good, Muhammad. Good to have you here today with us, and we are really happy to answer your questions. Where are you from,
I am from
Muhammad?
Sur.
Huh?
From Sur.
From Sur. All right, Muhammad. Before you ask me, can I ask you a question, because I've prepared some questions to you guys.
It's okay, no problem.
All right.
Go
so
ahead.
question one, easy one, so you can see it via screen. So can you read the question and answer, Muhammad?
Okay.
Read.
I really want you dash me as soon as possible. I really want you to
visit or
you.
visiting?
No, visit me.
So the first option, Muhammad?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, can you explain why?
Visit is verb.
It's a verb. Visit, visits, visiting, all are verbs. But what's special about visit? Why did you choose visit?
I think it's suitable to
Thank
use
you
this,
very much,
word.
because we do have the preposition to, and verbs after to comes
Yes.
verb infinitive, yes?
Yeah.
Brilliant, Muhammad. Now let me have your questions now. You are welcome, brother.
Thank you so much for helping me.
Go ahead, brother.
First of all, I just want to ask you that for body.
Body of the paragraph. Which paragraph?
Yes,
evaluative
paragraph.
or narrative?
No, for narrative, yes.
Narrative,
There are
yes.
many words that we have replaced for word. Like example, we cannot use or replace and or after that. So can you just tell me which is suitable word that we have to use?
Yeah, Muhammad, we have mentioned that the beginning, if the director please give us the screen. Muhammad, see the screen. I've already explained narrative story or narrative paragraph, and we said in the body we have to start with 1 day. Okay, Muhammad, because you are telling the story 1 day or once upon a time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Some students say, teacher, we don't have to use 1 day or once upon a time, but we can of course use other options like the year in 19 whatever. Yes, we can start the story with a year. All right, Muhammad?
Yes.
When you finish the first sentence, start with first. أولا. What happened at the beginning of the story? First.
I have to just I have to explain the story.
Yes, you have to narrate the story. Tell us what happened. First, with me, Muhammad, you have to mention
yes,
first.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Then, first you write the sentence. Full stop. Then you have some words. What are the words you can write? You can use Muhammad. Then, later, after that, next.
Can I use moreover? In addition,
of course, you can. Moreover, if you would like to compare, contrast, مقارنة.
Compare, yes. Okay.
Now, what is the idea of using sequence words, Muhammad, to tell the reader that this has happened first, and then this has happened. You give us like تسلسل القصة. But when you say, however, you are explaining now. You say, moreover, you are adding information. If you say, for example, you are adding examples. But now what we are looking for, we are looking for the story. What happened first, then later, تسلسل القصة. Muhammad is more important than explaining the things in the story. Do you understand, yes, Muhammad?
Yes.
So, for example, if you say the story about the same story that we have mentioned, driving the car, using mobile phone, you don't have to say, for example, moreover, whatever, blah, blah, regarding mobile phone. These are accessories, no need, because you are not narrating the story for a novel, for a book to be published. You are narrating a story for exam, in the exam papers.
Yeah, Mister. Thank you for
so now, Muhammad, can you summarize the linking words that we can use in the narrative, starting from first? Can you summarize them to me?
Which is in showing the screen?
Yes. First.
Okay, wait.
No, summarize it. The thing that you know.
For vehicle.
Yes, for the narrative. First, then later.
Yes. You mean I want to
yes,
read
please. Yes.
Read the story or what?
No, I would like you to say the sequence words. You summarize it. لخص لنا. First, then later. This. All right, Muhammad. Okay. Anyway, we have already summarized it to you. I hope I've answered your question.
Do you have any other question? I understand your point. But you meaning I just want to summarize the story?
No, thank you very much, Muhammad. Forgot about that. Do you have any other questions, Muhammad?
No, thank you so much for this. Is important.
Thank you very much, Muhammad, and be prepared for tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful night studying English book.
Inshallah, God willing.
Thanks, Muhammad. Thank you very much. By the way, Muhammad, one of the good examples of Omani students, brilliant English language speaking. Proud of you, Muhammad, and proud of your friends as well in the Sultanate. Yes, Ms. Faiza.
شكرا لك يا محمد. أكيد نتمنى لمحمد التوفيق. عندنا سؤال عن
evaluative, yes.
Should we write the exact words that are in the question when we give our opinion in the introduction?
Yeah, good. This is very good questions, and by the way, accidentally happened. So, Ms. Faiza, reading the questions, I'm here in the screen. I'm going to explain evaluative writing, so pay attention and bear with us as well here, and stay tuned for evaluative writing. So if we can move to the screen, we can know that evaluative paragraph is what? Evaluative paragraph is saying things about, let me just change the color, more attractive, agree and disagree. So the user who asked, sorry to say the user, but I don't know the name, but the user who asked these questions would like to know what to write in the evaluative paragraph. The thing that we have mention in narrative paragraph, we will mention something very similar in evaluative paragraph. Evaluative paragraph, you have to state your opinion, whether you agree with that opinion or disagree. No one will force you to say agree if you disagree, and no one will force you to say disagree if you agree. So it's totally up to you. You choose agree or disagree. The more common questions, teacher, can I write something about agree, something about disagree? Brothers and sisters, you can do whatever you would like to, unless you don't carry on with mistakes. So some students say, oh, I will write one paragraph, agree and the reason, and disagree and the reason. It's up to you guys. It's acceptable, but my advice to you, try to state your opinion, whether agree and disagree, because if you are stating your opinion in one part, you will carry and write more. Evaluative paragraph, agree and disagree. Now, also the same thing, we will carry on having introduction, body and conclusion. Introduction, we can write ready-made introduction, مقدمة. We can use it in the final exam. I'm going to use red color for if it's red for the ready-made introduction. And you can use it, of course, tomorrow, but make sure that this is only example. You can use your own. This is only helpful tips to you to write introduction. So evaluative paragraph, agree, disagree. What shall we write as an introduction? We can say, for example, lots of issues are surrounded us. For example, evaluative paragraph sometimes comes from opinion. Issues, قضايا, surround us. So we can say, for example, there are, oh sorry, let me just make this screen stable to help me to write. Yes, this, for example, there are many issues. There are many issues surrounding us. قضايا كثيرة تحيط بنا. There are many issues surrounding us, and one of these, you can start now the topic that you can bring it here and write it. But if you would like to write more and more, there are many issues surrounding us. Some of these issues are some of these issues, some of these issues are what can we say? Some of these issues are highly recommended to be discussed. بعضهن, yes, to be discussed. Okay, now what did I do? I wrote the first sentence and the second sentence. Now the third sentence, bring the paragraph. Now state your opinion. So before stating your opinion, bring the topic. For example, the topic about, let's say, for example, the topic is about for example, using mobile phone in the classroom. So using mobile phone in the classroom, using mobile phone in the classroom. So I missed the pen, but anyway, I get it back. Using the mobile phone in the classroom. Now in the third sentence, try to mention the topic. You can say some of these issues are highly recommended. One of these issues is, bring the topic. Here you bring the topic. Using mobile phone, try to bring it here. So more. So here, using mobile phone in the classroom. All right. So and state your opinion. After this sentence, state your opinion. I totally agree or disagree with that. For example, for 2 reasons, 3 reasons, or many reasons. For many reasons. لعدة أسباب. Finish. So 4 sentences in that direction. I know a bit long, but you can use 3 sentences, not more. But anyway, I totally agree or disagree. Guys, here you have to choose. Agree or disagree. Choose only one. Agree or disagree. موافق or غير موافق. This is a very quick introduction. If we go to the body, this is the body. In the body, you start with first reason. السبب الأول. How many sentences? 3 sentences or 4 sentences, up to you. Maybe 5 sentences, 6 sentences, up to you. Then second, ثانيا, السبب الثاني, 3, 4 sentences. And here in first and second, we have to bring topic sentence and supporting sentences. So the first sentence, always topic sentence. Topic sentence, جملة رئيسية. Then the rest of the sentence are supporting, جمل داعمة. So we can bring also, here for example, we can bring also, for example, second, bring the topic sentence, use moreover, for instance, على سبيل المثال, for instance, and also you can say furthermore, إضافة, furthermore. So now I'm just bringing you the ideas how to write this paragraph. So introduction done, body is done, and then the conclusion, you can say to sum up, last, in conclusion, in the end. So lots of words to be used in conclusion. If you use last in narrative paragraph, here you can say, for example, in conclusion, ختاما, and bring a summary, ملخص, about what you have written. So summary, nothing new. In the conclusion, so you have to write a summary sentence, nothing new at all. So in conclusion, ملخص, and you can summarize or advise or whatever in the conclusion. So now you have a very good introduction. Try to use it. Try to make a powerful paragraph tomorrow. Let us, as teachers, proud of you tomorrow. We will be really helpful, but let us see your good writings tomorrow. I hope that I've made it clear to you guys. Tomorrow, try to focus on things regarding technology, online, Google Classroom. I hope that the designer and the examiner bring things related to what we have already been through this semester within COVID-19. I've answered the evaluative paragraph, Ms. Faiza, unless we do have also other questions.
Yeah. Can I start the narrative writing with the story directly without saying I'm going to talk about blah, blah, blah?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good. Very good questions from a student. But anyway, it's asking about if you would like to write, I'm going to write about and whatever. Now, what is the idea behind writing paragraphs? We would like to see an organized paragraph. So if you come directly and say, oh, one day something happened, no, try to introduce the paragraph, try to introduce the story. So we can say the introduction of the paragraph is the nice accessory to be added while you are writing paragraph. So look, say starting the story, for example, nowadays or once upon a time, I went with my family to Salala. What if you write something before? The life is full of stories. The life is full of horrible stories. Now, what did you do with the introduction? You attract the reader. جذبت القارئ. Why do we have to attract the reader? Because you would like the reader to continue reading your story. So the more powerful stories, the more powerful paragraph, the more marks you get. Of course, you can start with one day without introduction, but what I would like, what I've mentioned so far, that the stories and the paragraphs not must, but should have something to be introduced with. So not wrong, but of course, we advise you to have an introduction. Try to give us the topic from the beginning as well. Try to attract our attentions as teachers and readers. Yeah, Ms. Faiza.
Did the reported speech ever come in the final exam?
Look, reported speech it's one of the grammar rules in the second semester, and you'll find it in theme 1 Unit 2, if I'm not mistaken. I have it here as well, direct and reported speech. But your question is really, what can I say? It's gonna come in final exam or not? I don't know. I'm not one of the guys who did the final exam. But in a way, you have to be careful. They might bring maybe a question from direct and reported speech. And of course, we don't get questions about direct and reported speech, but in direct speech and reported speech, so if the sentence in the present, make sure if the direct speech or the sentence in the direct speech in the present, so when we change it to the reported speech, we change it to the past. Make sure. So present simple in direct speech will go to past simple in indirect speech. Present continuous will go to past continuous. But what if we have past form in the direct speech? All the past will be changed to past perfect. Will be changed to past perfect. For example, he said to me, he studied in the UK. He studied in the UK. If I would like to make it reported speech, he said to me that he had studied in the UK. Okay? He studied in the UK. Direct, exactly. What does mean direct? From his mouth, directly. But indirect, you summarize, لخصت. He had studied in the UK. Also, you do have something for questions and whatever. This is a very simple explanation of direct and indirect speech. Do we have other questions?
The question in reading comes in order.
Yeah. So reading question. If I understand, if it hits in my mind that the answers you mean comes in order. So what I said, we probably examiners, designers, when they design the exam papers, when they come to reading, they start questions from the first paragraphs. I said it, yes, but not 100% true. They might bring a question from the middle paragraph and put it in the as the first question. But more commonly, more probably, first questions goes to the paragraphs as order. All right, but not 100% true on that. But this is my suggestion to you while you are answering the questions. So look, this is the question we've explained. For example, question 8. Question 8, the first question, we find the answer in paragraph 1. Okay. We go to the second question, 9. We find the answer in paragraph 2. So this is my suggestion to you while you are finding the answer, but don't say Mr. Said has mentioned something, but this is a technique, strategy while you are answering reading question. Yeah.
أيضا لو بكتب أو يعني فيما معناه إذا كتبت evaluative writing هل يجب أن أكتب سبب ونتيجة؟
Okay, very good, very good. سبب, a reason, نتيجة, a result. We are asking you about the reason, أسباب. So imagine that we have this topic. Online learning is, for example, the best nowadays. هو الأفضل within COVID-19. What does it mean agree or disagree? When you say you agree with this opinion, هذه الفكرة, you have to bring ideas support your position. So we are not saying نتائج or results, whatever support your ideas, it means acceptable. For example, bring reasons, أسباب. Why do you think online learning is the best nowadays within COVID-19 pandemic? Why do you think? Reason 1, reason 2. Do you want to bring result in reason 1, for example, you bring, for example, there are more than 5 billion students around the globe have, for example, learned via online learning. So you bring something, نتيجة, results. So there is no problem at all. Since it supports your reason. Since it supports your reason. So we don't have, I can't see there is any problem with bringing results, but it's not a must, of course. The more important is how to bring reasons and try to defend. Yes, this is a very good verb, to defend your idea, whether agree or disagree. Yeah. This is the answer of the evaluative questions. Unless there are other questions.
أستاذ طبعا احنا كذا وصلنا إلى نهاية يعني حلقة اليوم في آخر دقائق، ولكن في طلب من الطلبة إنك تنزل لهم الفايل إذا في إمكانية.
Yeah, I will for sure and for free of course.
إن شاء الله عبر
we'll try to answer all the questions within the hashtag. Yes.
عبر هاشتاج درس على الهواء أستاذ. فخلينا نطلع كذا فاصل نشوف اللي هو طبعا جدول برنامج درس على الهواء، من ثم لنا عودة للختام، فخليكم معنا. إذا مشاهدينا الأحبة، وصلنا إلى ختام برنامج درس على الهواء في هذا اليوم اللي هي طبعا مادة اللغة الإنجليزية. نتمنى كده أنه طبعا وفقنا في أن ننهي جميع الأسئلة، سواء كانت عبر الهاشتاج وأيضا عبر الاتصال. وكذلك طبعا الأستاذ سعيد ما قصر، كان عنده كثير من المفاتيح اللي قدمها لكم، وأكيد شاكرين لك الشكر الجزيل الأستاذ سعيد بن محمد العمري على وجودك معنا اليوم. شكرا جزيلا لك.
العفو أستاذة فايزة، مع أمنياتنا لجميع طلبة السلطنة إن شاء الله تعالى بالتوفيق في اختبار يوم الغد مادة اللغة الإنجليزية، وإن شاء الله كذا اختبار سهل، نكون مذاكرين مجتهدين لاختبار يوم غد، ونضع في بالنا أن الاختبار سيكون سهل بإذن الله.
نعم إن شاء الله، وهذا طبعا ما نتمناه. ونتمنى طبعا أستاذ أيضا أنك ما تنسى تنزل لهم الملف الخاص ب يعني حلقة اليوم، لأنهم طالبين أكثر من مرة. فشكرا جزيلا للمرة الثانية، وشكر موصول لكم أحبتي على طيب المتابعة لبرنامج درس على الهواء. أكيد تقبلوا تحيات طاقم العمل وتحياتي وتحيات المخرج، وإلى اللقاء.
إن أخذك للتحصين حماية لك أنت، وثانياً لأفراد أسرتك والمجتمع. إن امتناعك عن أخذ التحصين خطر عليك وعلى أفراد أسرتك والمجتمع.
أخذك اللقاح وعي ومسؤولية وأمانة نحو وطنك ومجتمعك. امتناعك عن اللقاح يجعلك في دائرة الخطر وسبباً في استمرار الجائحة.
طريق التعافي يبدأ من أخذك اللقاح، فكن مبادراً لنعود لحياة طبيعية. امتناعك عن اللقاح ينعكس سلباً عليك وعلى مجتمعك، فلا تكن سبباً لبقاء الجائحة.
اللقاح سلامة ومأمونية، يقيك من مضاعفات فيروس كورونا كوفيد 19 ويجنبك من الدخول إلى المستشفى ودخول العناية المركزة.
شدتني هذه الصورة اللي رسمها الطفل طه. يا ترى إيش يعرف أولادنا عن هذا المرض؟ في هذا الوقت واجبنا نجلس معاهم نوعيهم بطرق انتشار المرض، أيضاً نعلمهم طرق الوقاية عن طريق غسل اليدين، ونأكد عليهم أن جلوسهم في البيت يعتبر حماية لهم ولنا. طيب كيف بالنسبة لآبائنا وأمهاتنا؟ واجبنا يحتم علينا علشان نحافظ عليهم وعلى صحتهم أنه نتجنب مصافحتهم وتقبيلهم في هذه الفترة. وعيك وقاية.
كلكم تعرفوا ايش هذه الاسواره. بخبركم طرق كيف تشلوها بدون لا احد يكشفكم.
تمزح؟ يعني اقدر اطلع من البيت تو؟
هي تنوم تطلع، لا من شاف ولا من درى.
انا صراحه سوارتي انقصت بالغلط، ما اعرف كيف. شوفوا
عادي، ما قلتي بالغلط؟ ترى نفس ما شفنا، بالغلط.
تكينا من دشي؟ اسميني ذا الصابون قوي.
امورك طيبه انت، عارف لها؟
لو صحيح يعني عادي اطلع؟ يا اخي لا تورطني.
لا ما تورط، توكل روح.
اما انا بصراحه هذا الشيء يخنقني، ما اقدر اتنفس.
بيخنقها. قطعي بسرعه قطعي.
شفتوا هذه الطرق؟ ترى كلها مكشوفه ومعروفه، كلها قضايا اشخاص ارتكبوا تصرفات مشابهه، واكيد القانون بياخذ مجراه. نذكركم بالالتزام باجراءات الحجر الصحي، وبالاخص لبس الاسواب عشان تتجنبوا اي غرامات ماليه او عقوبات اخرى.
شدتني هذه الصورة اللي رسمها الطفل طه. يا ترى إيش يعرف أولادنا عن هذا المرض؟ في هذا الوقت واجبنا نجلس معاهم نوعيهم بطرق انتشار المرض، أيضاً نعلمهم طرق الوقاية عن طريق غسل اليدين، ونأكد عليهم أن جلوسهم في البيت يعتبر حماية لهم ولنا. طيب كيف بالنسبة لآبائنا وأمهاتنا؟ واجبنا يحتم علينا علشان نحافظ عليهم وعلى صحتهم أنه نتجنب مصافحتهم وتقبيلهم في هذه الفترة. وعيك وقاية.
السلام عليكم من مركز الأخبار بتلفزيون سلطنة عمان، نحييكم ونقدم لكم موجز 4 عصرا. بعث حضرة صاحب الجلالة السلطان هيثم بن طارق المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه برقية تهنئة إلى فخامة الرئيس محمد عبد الله فرماجو رئيس جمهورية الصومال الفيدرالية بمناسبة العيد الوطني لبلاده. ضمنها جلالة السلطان المعظم خالص التهاني وصادق التمنيات له بوفر الصحة والسعادة وللشعب الصومالي الشقيق بالتقدم والازدهار. كما بعث حضرة صاحب الجلالة السلطان هيثم بن طارق المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه برقية تهنئة إلى فخامة الرئيس بول كاغامي رئيس جمهورية رواندا بمناسبة العيد الوطني لبلاده. ضمنها جلالة السلطان المعظم